What's up guys, xHOUNDISHx here, and today I'm bringing the first in a series of videos about some of the more underrated or underappreciated weapons inside of Destiny. And today we're going to take a look at the PANTA RHEI fusion rifle, a weapon I've been using for a little while now and wanted to talk about. So let's take a look at the role of the weapon I have, and then we'll go over some stats and some of the key reasons why this weapon perhaps flies under the radar. So my role has spray and play, increased reload speed of the weapon when the mag is empty, and then I have lightweight for 2x character agility, braced frame for increased stability, and this is really great stability, you do lose 1 round out of the magazine, and then I have oiled frame for faster reload at the expense of range, and finally Icarus improved accuracy while airborne. So I've been using this fusion rifle quite a lot recently on PlayStation. It was actually one of the first special weapons I managed to pick up with a new character, and at that point it was simply a case of this is the best thing that I own, but despite me having a lot more weapons available right now, I'm still going back to the PANTA RHEI. It's actually a pretty great fusion rifle if you get good rolls, but first let's talk about the stats. So PANTA RHEI has 86 impact with a charge rate of 24, which puts it pretty close to the Plan C and Ash Raven's flight fusion rifles, which are in a pretty good archetype for the Crucible. They give you some pretty solid impact without painfully long charge times. This is the classic type of fusion rifle though, meaning it has a lower base stability. This one has around 54 stability, so you're going to need some good stability bonuses on PANTA RHEI for it to be competitive compared to those newer Omelon varieties. You know, they have much more generally appealing stats. We have a fairly typical range stat of 36, which isn't too bad. Bonuses like rangefinder are probably going to be the best bet, since in the middle column you'll want to look at stability. But in PvP this thing handles and performs really nicely. You get 46 damage per projectile against Guardians in the Crucible, and the recoil pattern of the weapon kicks up and to the right. You'll need to connect at least 5 projectiles for a kill, which is obviously why stability is an important factor. The equip speed is pretty typical for a legendary fusion rifle. One of the downsides in particular is the lower reload speed, but it's not going to be the biggest deal in the world. It's a pretty solid fusion rifle on the whole. You do need good bonuses, but why do I think it's underrated? Well, firstly, the good roll thing. These are not super easy to get good rolls on, especially since you require some pretty specific stability bonuses for it to be good in PvP. The vendor roll of this thing has knee pads and rangefinder, but no stability bonus, which is pretty heartbreaking because it would be an insane roll right there. Moving on though, it's a fusion rifle. Although they are way better these days, they kind of drifted away from the meta game, and a lot of players just aren't interested in them right now. By the way, if you are bored in the Crucible, you should definitely start using fusion rifles. They're a lot of fun to use in general. Overall, it doesn't help that PANTA RHEI kind of feels like that crappy weapon that you get from engrams with bad perks, because it's one of those things that, you know, always pops up. Speaking of perks, stability wise, braced frame is the absolute top tier option. It does drop your mag size, but it's worth the trade-off. You've got things like injection mold or hand laid stock as well, which can be okay if you get other very good bonuses, but they are a little bit expensive on the range front. Other good or top tier bonuses include preferential things like Battle Runner, knee pads or hip fire. Then you've got rangefinder, which is just a fantastic bonus for a fusion rifle. Hot swap can be pretty good, and then Icarus or Eye of the Storm are certainly options that you can roll with. You can roll any bonus compatible with a fusion rifle, which is nice, although it does make god rolls kind of hard to come by. So there you go guys, PANTA RHEI. It's a really fun weapon, it just needs a little bit of help from some good bonuses, and it can certainly be effective and competitive in the Crucible. So next time you see a PANTA RHEI drop, yeah, it could just be a few legendary marks, or it could be a fantastic fusion rifle. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching guys. If you've enjoyed the video, a like is always appreciated. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to see a lot more Destiny content, but for now, you guys have a great day.